Well, it is day 16 of Vlogmas. You know, when I first told you that I was going to participate in Vlogmas, eventually, really, I think you're supposed to do a video every day. But that was not going to be possible for me, and I think I let you know that in the beginning. And so I have been filming whenever I could. And so now it's day 16. I've missed a day or two here or there, but I just thought I'd go ahead and film today and let you see what was going on. I'm glad that you're here, and thank you for showing up. And if you want to, if you'll go ahead and subscribe, that'll help my little channel out a whole lot. I'm thankful that you're here. It has been really cold. Donald and I have been running around like our heads cut off. We've been trying to get stuff done for Christmas. I think we've got most of it done. There's just a few odd and end little ends that we've got to tie up, but it's always like that. And it's a good thing because look, Christmas it's just right around the corner. Well, today I've got just 2 of the grandchildren. 2 more are coming here in a little bit, but I thought I'd just give you an idea of what was going on. I am fixing some breakfast for one. The other one's already had her breakfast, and I'm going to sit down in here and have a cup of tea, and I'll share that with you. And I'll just share the day with you. It's not a lot going on. It's just the day kicking around here, getting done what we usually get done. But I'm glad you joined me, and I want to share it with you. Well, it's Vlogmas Day 16. Christmas is just right around the corner. I'm even thinking, should I even decorate anymore? I haven't got Candy Cane Lane done or the nativity put up, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining me today. Well, in the beginning, when I started Vlogmas, I let you know up front that I didn't think I'd be able to make a video every day. And of course, I hadn't been able to make a video every day, but I've been trying to squeeze them in when I can. Now, I just bring you along with whatever I'm doing. Sometimes I have some structured things to share with you, but most of the time I just include you. And I'm always glad that you're here. Thank you for showing up here on Vlogmas Day 16. Donald and I did get some Christmas shopping done. We went Sunday and did a little bit more. I think we're finished, maybe just a few odds and ends like you always have, a few stragglers. The things that were just hard to find, or, you know, there's just always a few things that need to be done, which we have not got done. But for the majority, we've got everything done. And that's an achievement in itself. You know, we have 3 grown children with spouses and 6 grandchildren. So we have a full life and wonderful, wonderful family, and just thankful to have each other and life be as good as it's been for us. I'm telling you, we've really enjoyed the month of December. We have continued Thanksgiving all the way through December. Been very, very thankful. And you know, we know that Christmas is not about gifts. It's not about anything other than to just try to show other people love that Christ has shown us. Well, I am in here this morning just doing a few things. 2 of my grandchildren are here. Madeline, I got her set up. She's had her a bite to eat, and she's watching her movie. And then my little grandson moved into the bathroom where the baby cat's at, where Biscuit's at. So he's in there just hanging out. And he's told me, he said, Grammy, the bathroom is going to be my apartment. So he's in his apartment. I'll give you a sneak peek of that real quick. Hold on to your baby. Oh, we just wanted to do a home tour real quick.
Okay.
Is this home worthy?
Yes.
Can we do a tour? Show us your apartment.
So, I got my baby, my little child. And this is my child.
Sorry, Grammy dropped the phone.
This is where I like to sit down.
Yeah, it's multifunctional. It's a bathroom and a chair.
Yes.
And this is your tiny kitchen.
Yes, this is my tiny working area.
Okay.
And this is my bed right here.
Okay.
And
So what are you doing in there?
So I have
Snacking and watching a tablet?
Yes.
Well, I sure do thank you for giving us a tour of your apartment.
Yes.
You want to get your child so it don't run out when I leave?
Yes.
And I will see you again. I'll see you when I make your Grubhub delivery.
Okay.
Thank you. So he is in there in his apartment where he cannot be bothered, and he is just in there playing with the cat, eating his snack, and playing like that's his apartment. And of course, I encourage that. I just let him do it. I mean, there's so much going on, we can't even build a tent, a blanket for it right now because Grammy's got a lot going on. I did ask him what he wanted for breakfast, and he said he wanted bacon. So here's my bacon pan. I'm going to save the grease out of here. And that is an art form. That's something we do all the time because bacon grease is delicious. And we use it as our seasoning. It adds a lot of flavor. Remember, every cell in your body needs fat. You don't want more fat than you need, but a little bit of fat does a lot of good for your cells in your body. But every cell in your body does not need excessive carbs and sugar. And so that's why we have bacon fat. A lot of people's like, why do you have bacon fat? What do you even eat that for? It's one of the few foods that has natural vitamin D in it. So we have it for those reasons. But I'm going to make him bacon this morning, and I am going to make him some eggs. He wanted bacon and eggs, and so we'll do that. I've got a lot going on. I'll just share it with you as if I was just doing it and nobody was here, or if I was just including you in my day. I'll put you in this little tripod I got here, and I'll just show you me making breakfast and some other things I got to do today. It's not real showy. It's just real life. This is just real life. This is what I would be doing if I wasn't recording it. So we are saving bacon grease. I'm going to leave just a little bit in there because I'm going to fry bacon. And I want that to season the pan. Sorry, I had to try to find a saved napkin so I could get that grease off the edge before I put it on the stove. Go ahead and get the stove ready. I have really been enjoying well, that's twice I've dropped the camera. This camera does not want to stay where it's at. Sorry about that. I really am. Sorry, the camera is just jumping all over the place. Let's see if it's going to sit there. Some of my stuff is beginning to wear out. I'll probably have to buy a new tripod soon. This is just a little short tripod that I use when I think I can get by with it. Now this is bacon that we bought at Sam's. Comes in its own little seal pack, but I'm just going to go ahead and take that out because I'll put this bacon into a Ziploc baggie. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. I always cut my bacon in half because these strips are huge. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half so that it's smaller, easier to handle, easier for me to get in the pan, and just easier all the way around. So I'm making the littles, or in this case it's just the one little boy here today. So I'm going to start to make his breakfast. He requested bacon, so we'll be having the bacon. I've got some flour and stuff I've got to put in the containers Donald picked up yesterday on his way home. Because it has been really cold here. I don't know how it's been where you're at. Usually I have my pan hotter than that. So this is what I do. I just put this bacon into a different baggie because it fits better in here, less air, and then it zips really well. The other package that it comes in, it just doesn't zip up too well. Now we got it going on. It's smelling good. I'm going to let this cook for him for just a little bit. I've got the ham bone pulled out. I'm going to go ahead and make a pot of pinto beans and add this ham bone to it. There's a lot of ham left on here. It'll be good. It'll make a whole meal in one pot. Now, normally I'm in the mood for soup, and I am in the mood for soup. And I've got some little things I've pulled out of the refrigerator. But I'm going to make these beans with ham bone, and then I'm going to make some cornbread to go with it for supper tonight. So that'll be what we'll be having for supper tonight. Then I'll chop up an onion to go with it on the side, and that's why that's pulled out. I just took the cover off of it, and I'm getting ready to get that going while I make the breakfast. Now, I pulled some things out, and I've got all my measuring cups here, and I'm wondering why I have so many sets. So I'm going to go through those. Donald had to stop and pick up some self-rising flour. Now, I usually don't use self-rising flour. I usually just use all-purpose flour for everything, but there's a few things that I do go ahead and need self-rising for because the flours just mix so much better, and like the fried pies, it's just so much easier to use self-rising because the making of the pies is kind of intensive in itself. So if you can save yourself a step, then I do. So I use self-rising flour in that recipe. And I usually use a different kind of flour, but Donald wanted, he just picked up what he came to, and he said it was kind of slim pickings. He stopped at Food Line on the way home, and so he bought this Southern Biscuit self-rising flour, and that'll be fine. I'm going to put that in a canister. I usually get King Arthur, but he said there was no self-rising flour, King Arthur brand. And people are doing a lot of baking, so I imagine it's probably sold out. Go ahead and get this bacon cooking here. Get it so I can get David his breakfast. Now I have to be careful with the bacon. He likes it not as crispy, and I have a tendency to get it really crispy. So I'll have to make sure it's good and cooked to temperature so that it's still a little soft for him. Well, it kind of feels like Christmas is almost over before I even got started this year. I was slow to get started. Some years are like that. I did go to the doctor yesterday. Everything looked great. I've got a few things to work on. And I'll be sharing those with you kind of closer to the new year. Some things that I'm going to implement and just start doing more of to make things better as concerning my health. But otherwise, everything was really good. It was great. I had great checkup and was glad that things were looking a lot better. Well, let me pull off his bacon, and then I'll go ahead and get his eggs and stuff going, and we'll get this little boy's breakfast going. His eggs are done. I fried his eggs in some of that bacon grease, bacon drippings. Now, that's a traditional Appalachian food for us. Pigs were easier to raise than any other animal in the mountains, so we had a lot of, that's what they did. They They had hog killings. They raised animals, and they made hams and all different things, and they used it sparingly. They all had smoke houses to smoke their meat, their sausages and different things, and it is just, that's just a way of life for Appalachians. Oh, Maddie, did you come in to get your peaches? Get you a spoon, baby. Get your spoon. There you go. Let me put a little salt on this for David, and then we'll go in there and deliver it to his apartment. Well, Madeline has decided, my little sweet granddaughter, that she wants to sit in the kitchen and have her breakfast. So she wanted some bacon and peaches, and that's what she's enjoying in there. So I thought, well, it's a perfect time for a break. I can come in here and make a cup of Christmas tea. This is my little advent calendar that I bought, and I had it here, and my little granddaughter has filled it up for me. Now she puts 2 tea bags in each one, so if you still see tea bags in the days that or have passed, that's because I didn't go back and get my second tea bag. Okay, we're going to have this day 16. Let's see what's in here. Lifestyle plus Style Gourmet, Joy Gingerbread Chai Tea, Black Tea, Gingerbread, Masala Chai, and some flavor. Okay, well, we just have one, but that's okay because I can rob from yesterday's and put it in here for this evening. Now, I think I probably will have more than one cup of tea today. Yeah, it's been really cold, so the tea's been extra really good. Got my little tea bag in here, and I'm just got my tea kettle heating up, so we'll be enjoying some tea as soon as the kettle is ready. Yeah, it's been cold. I mean, it was like -9 one night last week. I think it was maybe on the 14th. So, of course, you know, it's been, you know, we have to take care of our animals and everything. When it gets this cold, we have to just make sure they have what they need so that they can survive the winter at that rate. You know, at that temperature. We still got the 4 little bunnies left. We have 11 chickens, 11 full-size chickens, and then we got 3 little bantams, 3 little bantam chickens that we got just for the kids to kind of enjoy and maintain. And you know, they're cute. They have their little plumes, and they have their little feathers on their feet, and so they're a lot of fun. So we got those just to add to the out there in our little micro homestead, our little micro garden that we got out there. But I have to take care of them, and when it's cold, I have to make sure that they have water that's you know, not frozen and readily available, and that they have all the food and stuff they need to survive this cold. It's really cold. It is supposed to warm up just a little bit tomorrow. I think it's going to warm up to around 40 degrees, which, if it's -9, then 40 degrees feels really good. But I'm sure a lot of people's dealing with that right now, especially in the Appalachians. There's been snow, and several, like 4 inches of snow in some places, and I think it's snowed twice, so that's great. A lot of that going on. And it's time for that. Donald said he heard that they were predicted that we might have a white Christmas. There might be snow here at Christmas, and that's always a treat. It's always beautiful when it snows around here. I'm still battling with the dry lips. Not sure what's going on with that, but still got some balm in the making to help with that coming up. And I've got to make more comfrey salve. I'm just down to a few tins of that, so I'll be making another batch of comfrey salve soon. got a lot of things going on. It's been super busy. I would like to take you everywhere I go and just show you things, but that's been hard for me to do. It's it takes more time to get anything done if you're filming it, because you have to make sure you can see it. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Now, I took the early part of this morning before the kids got here, and I got downstairs, and I've been working in the basement. Well, it's not really the basement. It's like downstairs. It's built in, and our basement there's only like one corner of it that's actually in the ground. So it's just downstairs, and since we built it in, it's above ground in some areas, just a little bit of it's underground. But Donald, that's mainly his room. Of course, we share a room, and but I don't have as much as my stuff down there as he does. I do have my closet and my clothes and all my things down there, and then he has all of his closet and clothes and his hunting gear and all of his stuff. So it's a lot of things. But I was putting away my fall clothes and taking out my winter clothes, and that was always fun. I always loved the winter clothes. I loved the big sweatshirts and the sweaters and the flannel shirts, all the good things that you wear in the winter. I was pulling all that out and looking to see what I thought that I would wear. So that took over an hour for me to do that, to put up all of the fall clothes and get out all of the winter clothes. And then, before you know it, we'll be pulling out clothes for summer. But that's what I was doing this morning. It was kind of time consuming. And I didn't bring you along because it's kind of boring to watch somebody sort through their clothes. Especially, trying to pack up one season and get ready for another season. I didn't think that you'd want to watch a lot of that, so I didn't do a lot of that film. I didn't film that this morning, but I have been busy. I woke up early and got quite a few things done, which is always good. I always feel good when I get a lot done. Now, I've got some things that's been nagging at me. I should have showed you while I was showing you his apartment. I should have showed you where I patched up and did get painted that little area where the cat had scratched off the wallpaper. I did not go back with wallpaper. I just painted the same color as the vanity, and it looks fine. And I was thinking, why go to the trouble to wallpaper that small area? I mean, it wasn't like it was going to add a lot of difference, accent or anything. So I just decided to go ahead and paint it. Now, there's still plenty of stuff to be done. The new floor has to be laid in there, and I'm thinking it'll probably be spring before we get to that, because Donald's his hunting season, and he's really busy. And he's got a lot going on, and I'm not going to pressure him about it. It'll get done when it gets done. And that's just how it is. And that's okay. So there are some projects that need to be done. And there's always these little things that nag. I'm sorry, this eye, for some reason, is really itching. The inside of the eye is itching. All right, our water has turned off. It's ready to go into our teacup. And I think I took my little tea buddy in there into where the tea cabinet's at, so I need it to go over here. Let me see if I can get that. Donald bought me this little tea buddy. It's a little silicone gadget that goes over your teacup. I thought I could, now the tea bag goes in here, but I thought I could stick my spoon in here. There we go. Hey, we'll just do it like that. Now, if that tea bag had a string, we'd have run it up through here, and it would just lift out and be easier to get out. But I really like it. I like it to hold in the steam while my my tea steeps. Now, one of the things that I have got to do is change purses. Now, I've been meaning to do this for months. Now, you can see I like this. This was a Jessica Simpson purse. I think she has such beautiful stuff. She's a great designer. I think she's a better designer than she is a singer. So I like her stuff. And of course, this is one of the older purses. I carry big bags because I have a lot going on and I need them. But I have got to clean this thing out. I don't know about you, but when it's this time of the year, I mean, there's just so much that you're going in and going and living out of your purse, and so it's just a lot. Here's my little Medi pack I carry in here. It's got it's got my inhaler, some sunscreen, and some Kleenex, something for a headache. I got my Comfrey salve and some of my stuff. It's a little baggie that I've got my stuff in. I've got some things from when I went to the doctor, some coupons in here. These are these little drinks that you mix in a bottle of water. Sometimes you're in a situation where you can get water, and then these just add, you know, they just turn it into a drink, those sugar-free powders. This is extra toilet paper, which I always carry because you don't know. Sometimes even in the bathrooms, they have toilet paper, but it doesn't look clean. So I always like to take my own just in case for me and my grandkids when I go out. This is Poo-Pourri, of course. That's a ink pen. That's something to have on hand. And then I got just little pouches of things here and there. Some ink pens. I don't know why there's so many of them in there. That's my inhaler with my box with my prescription on it. I don't like to go anywhere without the prescription for any medication that I have. This is a little phone charger. Carrying that little thing. It's just a lot of stuff. Nail clippers and all of that. Oh, emergency safety pin. Ha ha ha. Little scissors. If you have any kind of arthritis or have any kind of issues with your hands, you know how important it is to have a scissor. There's some things in here. Just a little odd and end stuff. But I am going to throw this purse away. I got to put these in a little box. I was at the Goodwill just looking at the purses to see if they had anything that I might like there before I bought a new one. And there was some change in some of those purses, and I thought, well, there you go. You're ahead right there anyway because you've got some change, right? But that's this. Sadly, I am going to have to throw this purse away as much as I liked it. And, of course, here's my hand soap. I take this everywhere because I can't use a lot of people's soap. You know, in those, if I go in a public restroom, it's hard to use that soap. It breaks out my hands. You know, I battle with eczema anyway. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but I do have eczema, especially on this left arm, and I've had it there for years. I'll just show you my rash. Won't that be really interesting today? But that's my eczema right here. You see that red on my arm? It gets a little bit worse in the winter, and my hands will be the same way if I'm not careful about the soap that I use and the care that I give them. So that's why I carry my own gentle soap. And they make smaller bottles than that. It's just I have found with the grandkids that I haven't really needed this size, you know, so we can all use it when we need it. Now this is good and cleaned out. Oh, well, I left a penny. Can't be leaving money. According to my grandma, money is money, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw this purse away. Even though I liked it, I want to say that I got all the use out of it. This looks terrible. We had to go by the bank, and I had this terrible looking purse where I had just worn it out. They really need to design them with the better care in the handles, don't they? This purse would have lasted even longer, and I would have got to enjoy it and carry it. And I love when it has the shoulder strap and the handles. That's That's a plus for me in a purse. But see, I'm going to just have to throw it away because these handles degraded to such an extent before any other part of the handbag did. Well, I had two purses that I wanted to choose from, or pocketbooks is what we called them growing up Appalachian. We called them pocketbooks. Well, this one's a leather one. It's red, and I really liked it. It's got the handles and the shoulder strap that I like. I like that combo. But for some reason, I just chose this one because I thought it looked more festive. And it was a little bit bigger. I already got my big pouch that I put in here. And this is keys to Mama's house and different things. I'm going to stick them right down in here so that I have them when I need them. Some other things too. It goes in right beside. Now this one doesn't have as many pouches as the Jessica Simpson one does. Well, it does. It has the two little ones. These are my clippers and my stuff. I love to have these handy. I like to have those little clippers and maybe a tweezer here and there. So I carry that with me. And then I've got the scissors, you know, that me and Donald use whenever we need those. Got my little Medipack, which has some prescription medicine in it, and then, you know, just some different things in here. I've got eye drops, sunscreen, some lip moisturizer, my Comfrey salve, some Band-Aids. So that goes in here too. I know that seems a little excessive, but if you're a grandma, then you know. Got the little toilet paper. I got to stuff it down in there. These little drinks, I can leave these out. I just like to have them handy. And of course, I've got my hand soap that'll go on the side. And then the Poo-Pourri that I like to have, you know, especially in a public restroom. And not so much so that I cover my own, but I just don't, sometimes when you go in a place, it just stinks so bad. I know at the farmer's market, that bathroom stunk so bad the last time we went, and I just sprayed that, and people were like, oh, God, thank you, that smells so much better. I got just a few things to tuck in, and of course, these won't be sticking out. Donald bought this for me, and he insists that I carry this, and I practice knowing where this is at before I get out of the car or before I get in the car, and how to use it in case I need it. And then I have other protection that I carry sometimes too. So that's very important in this day and time to have that. Those are legal in the United States for self-protection. And so I carry that. This is just my little charger. Got that in there. The hand soap tucked on the side so I can get to it whenever I wash my hands in a public bathroom. Let me go ahead and get my plastic bags down in here. Well, it's a little too full, but that's okay. That's what I have to have in there. It still zips, and that's good. And so that'll be the purse I'm carrying now instead of the Jessica Simpson blue bag. I've got this one. I thought this looked festive. That'll probably carry me up until spring, and then I'll change the bag at springtime, maybe. But that's the plan. And then there's no name brand on here. This was not a name brand purse. It's just a generic purse. I think it came from Cato. I think it's a Cato purse. But I like it. I don't always carry name brand purses. Sometimes I just carry regular old bags with no name brand. Well, I got it changed out. I like the way it looks. It zips up. It's got an outer pocket for me to put my phone. And so it's exactly the way it needs to be. That's one task done. Well, I am going to go in there and put the ham bone and the beans and everything together and make the cornbread, so we'll have that ready for supper. I thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you joining me. today on day 16 of Vlogmas. And let me just share with you what I do on a regular day in December. It's a lot of little things to catch up with. I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to enjoy it. And I will see you on the next Vlogmas. Like always, until next time.